A pink sheep is considered the rarest sheep, with only a 0.1% chance of spawning. But few people talk about its baby version, which is 20 times rarer than the pink sheep itself, with only a 0.008% chance of spawning. And since we're talking about the rarest mobs, you might think that the tiny chicken jockey, a baby zombie riding a chicken, is the rarest. But that's not true. The rarest mob in the game is a zombie villager, fully equipped with enchanted diamond armor, holding an enchanted iron sword in its left hand, and wearing a carved pumpkin. This only happens on Halloween, and it can only be found in an abandoned village. Its spawn chance is 1 in 66, followed by 96 zeros. Now, imagine you need string, but you don't want to fight a spider. There's a way. You can tame a cat, and every time you sleep, there's a 70% chance it will bring you a gift in the morning. A feather, a rabbit's foot, a phantom membrane, or even string. Just imagine how many gifts you'd get if you tamed a bunch of cats.
We see this world as bright and colorful, but not all mobs see it the same way. In spectator mode, we can see the world through their eyes. An Enderman, for example, sees everything in purple. A creeper sees in green, and a spider sees as if it had 10 security cameras watching from every angle. Interestingly, the sounds of the Phantom, one of our favorite mobs, were actually recorded from the developer's son screaming in his sleep. Endermen die in water, but if you place one inside a cauldron filled with water, nothing happens. And if you put a cauldron with lava underwater, you can actually burn while still being underwater.
Now let me show you one of the most satisfying things in Minecraft. Place some soul sand, drop sand blocks on top of it, and watch the oddly satisfying effect it creates. If you place any falling block on TNT underwater, it can still explode without a problem. Here's a question. Which axe chops faster? A wooden axe with efficiency 5 and unbreaking 3? A golden axe with the same enchantments? Or just a plain netherite axe? We'll see the results later. But first, here's a fun fact. There's a 5% chance of spawning a zombie leader. It looks exactly the same as a normal zombie, but it can summon other zombies for reinforcements, and this only works on hard difficulty.
On this map, using tons of command blocks, you can scan a build and recreate it with particles. For example, a creeper or a bee. I really love this map. Dolphins are unique mobs because they can drown underwater and suffocate on land. They can't stay underwater for more than 4 minutes and on land for more than 2 minutes. Now imagine an infinite amethyst world. Walking on amethyst produces sounds. Running makes more sounds, and if you set your speed very high, you could just run forever in this world. Ever wanted to make an aquarium in your house? It's super simple. Take a chest, trap doors on the sides, glass for the frame, and place a painting on it. Then, if you pour a bucket with a tropical fish at the right angle, you'll get a real working aquarium. Realistic water in Minecraft. No more infinite water sources. If you place blocks, water will flow out. A dispenser only gives a little water, but if you break a massive dam, the flood will cover everything in its path. Back to the axe experiment. The golden axe with efficiency 5 was the fastest. The wooden axe with efficiency 5 came second, and surprisingly, the netherite axe was the slowest. If you're a millionaire, you can make a pathway to your house out of enchanting tables. It looks amazing. And if you don't want to make a classic fence around your house, you can place fences of different types. Mobs won't be able to enter, but you'll still be able to walk through easily. Using just a couple of simple commands, you can summon a lightning tornado. I always wondered how people do that. Another neat thing in Minecraft, if you enchant a crossbow with piercing, you can shoot through several mobs at once. But if you enchant it with commands, for example, piercing at level 127, and line up a row of snow golems, just watch what happens. Rabbits move by hopping, but if you put them on a slime block, they'll get stuck there forever.
Some people think there's only one stronghold per world, but there are actually 128 strongholds in each world. And yes, in Minecraft, you can even make a real globe. Just place a command block, run the first command to summon the golden base, put a yellow candle on it, then use the second command block to summon the globe itself. At first, it won't spin, but that's easy to fix. Moving llamas is very easy. If you put one llama on a lead, up to 10 more will follow it automatically. The symbols on the end crystal actually mean something. If you translate them, they spell out the word Mojang. One YouTuber made tons of strange weapons, but my favorite was a round dome made of shields with swords sticking out. Pure madness.
If you name a rabbit Toast, it changes its texture to a unique black and white pattern. This was added in 2014 when rabbits were first introduced, as a tribute to a player who lost their rabbit named Toast. Did you know there are special mobs like the Smiling Creeper, the Botanist Creeper, or even a Diamond Chicken? These were ultra-rare mobs that only appeared in the April Fool's snapshot of 2015. Few people know this, but the moon phases affect the game world. During a full moon, slimes spawn twice as much, spiders can spawn invisible, and half of all cats spawn black. But during a new moon, no slimes spawn at all. With just a simple command, you can make a glass block spacesuit, wear stylish sunglasses made of a fence gate, or even turn yourself into a unicorn. The only limit is your imagination.
In very old versions, it was possible to craft chainmail armor. There was an item called fire, and you could use it to craft the armor. It made no logical sense, but it worked. Here's a funny trick with axolotls. Put them all on leads, give them levitation potions, and they'll float around like balloons. Everyone builds their first house out of planks, just a wooden box. But I have a genius idea to make your first days in Minecraft more fun. Gather lots of saplings and plant them like this. Then you just wait a bit, or speed it up with bone meal, and voila! You've got yourself a secret little hideout for your early days in the game. Which fact did you like the most? Write it in the comments.